Well, hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video. So today's wig is from Yolissa Hair. I've worked with their company a few times before, but it's a 613 wig. As y'all can see, I'm just showing y'all a little bit of the goodies that they gave me inside of the box, which is, you know, always loved and welcomed because child, we be needing it. But anyway, let's get into the wig. Like I said, it's a 613 wig. I will have all the details down below, but it's a 13x6 closure if I'm not mistaken. Did not have to bleach the knots because it's a 613, and you know we don't got to do that if it's a 613, okay? But yeah, I'm just going to show you guys today how I go from this like a yellowy 613 to like an ash blonde. So let's get started. Okay, so boom, the first thing I did was put her on a mannequin head, and I was showing you guys the color. Basically, I used 5 of these boxes in total. It is the Wella color charm. It's the T10. I'll have all that linked in the description below, but it is basically the hair toner T10. I only use T10, which I'll get into later on as to why I feel like you guys can use different ones, and they have a whole bunch of them. Basically, you're just going for the color that you want. I did use a 20 volume developer. So for every little box that I used 2 parts developer. So 1 part of the box, 2 parts of the developer. I'm just filling the container back up with the developer, and I'm pouring it right into a bowl. Okay, so once I discovered like toner, I would never go back to using purple shampoo, okay? Never. Mark my words, I would never go back to using purple shampoo unless I'm just trying to get rid of some of the yellow brassiness and I'm just going for a different look. Like, child, we're going to use Wella toner, okay? So I'm going to mix this all up. Now, I started off with using 3 boxes, and then once I got like a little bit halfway, I did have to go on ahead and use the other 2 boxes, but I still did the same thing. For every box of toner, I used 2 parts of the developer. So yeah, the measurements were pretty easy, but just make sure that you are, you know, using 2 parts of the developer for every box of toner. I cannot stress that enough. So child, I was not really sure of what the hell this should look like, but I guess the consistency is like thick, I guess. Child, look, listen, it's my first time using it, and I've used toners before, but this was my first time using Wella hair toner. So yeah, I sectioned the hair off in the back, and I was trying to use my makeup what? We're not even doing makeup, sis. What the fuck? I was trying to use my hairbrush, my little applicator brush, and I ain't even gonna hold y'all. My girl ass was like, it's not picking up enough product. It's not doing what I wanted it to do. So eventually I just went in with gloves in my hands and applied the product. Now, as soon as you put the product on, you're going to start to see a little bit of difference. So now I would advise you to use a 20 volume developer. You don't need anything higher than that because all developers will take you to the same level. It's just how fast. So 10 developer takes you slower than a 20 volume. If you go to a 40 volume, that's going to take you faster than a 20 volume. So I would just recommend a 20 volume developer because it's just how fast you would get there. It's not too fast, not too slow. But yeah, as you guys can see on the hair, it's already kind of giving it a tone of like a palish blonde. Now, what I will say is, as I was applying this, look at me, still trying to use my brush and be like all coordinated and all that. Girl, no. As I was applying it, as you can see, the bottom layer is like gray. I was getting nervous, okay, bitch. I was getting scared because I'm like, oh my God, what if this shit turns into motherfucking gray? That was not the look that I was going for. Even though it still would have been a cute color, it wasn't giving what I was supposed to give, okay? So as you can see, I am just applying it with my fingers and my hands now. Still getting a little nervous. I'm trying to move a little bit faster because I'm like, look, I'm examining it, looking at it. My eyebrows is frowning up. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I fuck this up? Did I do it wrong? Did I not apply the correct measurements? Am I leaving it on too long? Is it going to make the hair gray? Like, child, it was so much running through my head. But trust the processes. Trust the process. Okay, so right around here is where I would say I opened up the last 2 boxes of it, and y'all look how gray it was. I was shitbricks, but I was just gonna trust it because I'm like, look, listen, even if it turned out gray, gray's not an ugly color to go with, okay? But I really did not want to color the hair. I wanted to tone the hair, if that makes sense. So yeah, y'all see, I'm still applying it with my fingers. I opened up the 2 other boxes, mix it. I'm still checking through the hair, making sure that every part of the hair is saturated. You do not want to have any like yellowy streaks and then like some of the tone streaks. Like, you just don't want that. You want everything to be saturated, and it really is easy to saturate. Like I said, I probably spent $30 on 5 of these boxes, and I completed a whole head of 26-inch hair. And I will have everything, listed down below for the hair description. But yeah, the hair was super thick, and even with it being thick, 5 boxes was enough. But yeah, it looks like that at first, and then eventually it's going to turn gray like with the rest of the hair. So yeah, now I just worked my way up to the top, or where the frontal is, I guess you could say. And a little nervous because I was like, oh, is it going to like tone the lace? Like, is it going to make the lace gray? Like, child, I was just scared and all. But it honestly didn't. I worked in little sections, and I was very like cautious of applying too much onto the lace. I wanted it more on the hair than on the lace. So yeah, just make sure that you're working all the product in through. You're making sure everything is saturated, using your little sections to make sure everything is good. You do not want no yellow streak pieces flowing through, okay? Okay, so once all of this product was completely on the hair and the hair was completely saturated, I probably let this sit for about like 10 minutes because the bottom had already been sitting longer than the top. So I really just needed the top to equal out to everything, the rest of the hair. And then once I seen that it was like completely all gray together, I washed it out really, really good. Make sure you wash it really good. And yeah, I let it sit for 10 minutes, washed it out with some shampoo and conditioner, and this is what it looked like. It's not gray, sis. It is the palest blonde. So the T10 is the toner that will give you the palest blonde. All right. Of course, off camera, I went on ahead and plucked the wig. It wasn't too much to pluck. And I did not have to bleach the knots or anything like that, so the knots are very strong. The hair was super soft even after toning it, and it smelled amazing. I don't know if it was the toner itself, but child, the hair smelled so good. So I decided to do like a quick little simple side part with this hair because I was just trying to see how it was going to blend with my scalp. Yeah, so I did go ahead and apply a little bit of freeze spray just to tame those flyaways. You see me cutting the lace now, so we're going ahead and apply our install. Now, if y'all watch my last video, I went on ahead and used this tool. Don't use this, child. I was just trying shit. This is like a lip makeup brush, like a lip brush. I don't even fucking know, but it wasn't doing it. It wasn't smearing out the lace glue exactly how I had wanted it to. So we moved on to use an edge brush. I used the back of it, and I just used that to smear it out and smooth everything, make sure it was nice and thin and all that. Y'all have seen me do plenty of installs, so this is not a detailed install. If anything, this was more detailed of how I got this color, how I toned the hair, okay? I did apply like 2 to 3 layers of the glue. I don't keep my wigs on long. Max, the most I will keep my wig on is for like 4 or 5 days. So I did not have to use 5 layers of glue if I'm not keeping the wig on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 2 to 3 layers was fine. Make sure everything was thin and smooth layers, and make sure everything completely got clear before I decided to lay the lace down. See, this is why we cut our lace, because child, it's so much easier to lay down. So boom, I'm laying it down, taking my comb, smoothing all the hair back, making sure everything is seamless. I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the middle section, to the right section right there, which is our little side part or whatever. So yeah, this time I did not cut my lace before installing it. I installed it and then cut my lace afterwards. I just be picking and choosing what I want to do that day, okay? Like, I really don't have a set standard of how I install my wigs. Every install is different, and I learn something new every install. So with this install, what I learned new, child, is apply a little bit more of that lace glue on your edges, like on the sides of the wig, because that is what's gonna lift first. Of course, you should already know that, but yeah, like I said, I don't keep my wigs on long, so when I do want to apply, go ahead and apply my wigs. I don't really have to, okay? So bada boom, bada bing. Once I do that to both sides, this is what it's looking like. I'm making sure everything is nice tacky, pulling the hair out of the way. So I go ahead and lay the lace down and melt it. I'm going to take like this melting band once I tie my hair up. Of course, yeah, tie it up, get it out the way. Boom. I'm going to take my like wig band and I'm tying that. This has Velcro on both sides, so it's super easy to make it tighter, looser, however it'll adjust to your head shape and how tight you want it. Of course, off camera I went on ahead and straightened the hair, so this is what the color looks like. Super cute. But yeah, once I did that, I just cut my lace and did some baby hairs. Like I said, it's not a detailed video on how I install it, but this is how the color came out. It's super cute. Make sure y'all check out Yolissa's Hair. I will have everything linked in the description below. But yeah, check out my TikTok, because I always do a TikTok for all my wig installs also, so you guys can see the hair color itself. But this is the palest blonde tone. Super cute. It's like an ash blonde. It's giving ash blonde, okay? But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Loaded.